Hey guys, welcome back to the channel on this more beautiful but windy day. Today we're gonna prep for DIY bottom paint and also DIY lift of the boat off of the trailer. So I think I'm just gonna do the back first. Obviously we're gonna do the back just enough to get under it as far as we can, and then we're gonna do the front. So starting with the back, first we're going to prep work. Let me show you what we got to do to prep here. The biggest thing is along the sides here. It might be very difficult to see, but there are some I know spider or hairline cracks. I didn't see any on the bottom, but here. So at this water line, it's got these hairline cracks all along it. They kind of stop, I think, here. Oh, there's another one there. But I looked underneath. I didn't see any down here. But some people say just leave it. I heard some people saying that it's not a big deal. It's natural and normal. But I don't like that. So the one recommendation, aside from taking a die grinder, grinding in, and then replacing gel coat, is to obviously sand it down a bit, just get the surface ready for paint. And I've got some, I think 120 grit sandpaper, so I'm going to sand it. And then I've got some epoxy top coat, like a protectant top coat that I'm going to put on just along here. And then once that dries, we'll put the anti-fouling bottom paint on. So that's the plan. First, let me I'll get set up, do some of the sanding, and I'll bring in and show you my low-cost budget, fingers crossed, I don't even know if it's going to work, to lift the boat plan that I've got in my head. So yeah, let me get to prep. Alright guys, so let me show you my setup. We got these are RV jack stands, and then these big rubber blocks from Amazon. What we've done to the bottom paint, we just got this pack of fine sanding blocks, and we're just sanding the bottom. So it's done pretty well so far. They're wet sanding blocks, so just add water, and it's pretty nasty. But because I'm just trying to get enough off on the bottom. I'm just trying to get enough off to so the next coat adheres. On these sides, I'm probably going to wipe a little acetone, and then, like I said, put the epoxy down first. But here's my setup. Got the RV pad there that we put under the RV stands when we're doing the RV, and then this jack, and then two of these rubber blocks. So what I'm going to do is center up the block, and then so the front of the boat is still connected, but what we're going to do is lower the trailer so that as the trailer comes down, this corner lifts. And I only need enough to get a roller under there. That's all. So not trying to do anything special. So we're going to do that as soon as my lovely assistant comes back. So while I'm waiting, I'm just going to go ahead and give this a crank and see if she lifts up at all. This is going to have to settle a little bit, whatever ground. If you're going to have an easier time if you're on concrete, obviously, but we'll see how this goes. I don't have a lot left here. I can't tell. We're pretty solid there. So, yeah, as soon as she's back, we'll lower this trailer. Yep, go ahead. Stop. Go, I'm sorry, go the other way. Actually, lift it off. Can you keep going? All right, stop. Yeah, go back the other way. You're good, you can stop. All right, we'll come back when we find a solution, or I'll get too busy and I won't record it. Finishing up this boat. Finish work on the paint is removing these stickers. Yes. 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 So I've got this Total Boat, Total Protect 2-part epoxy primer and barrier coat. So right now I've got it says 3 to 1. So I haven't opened up the curing agent yet. I'm going to pour in curing agent up to 4 and then mix it. And then I'm going to apply it along the bottom here. There's a little bit in the back and then the other side. So not a whole lot, not underneath, just the sides here, just here to cover up these little cracks, just enough to do that. So that's all we're doing. And then we're going to bottom paint it tomorrow, probably. You can see the paint here. My method for putting it on was just to find the cracks and go really thick, and then come back again, find the cracks if there are any, if you can still see them, and recover it. I did find some up on the keel a little bit, so I slapped the rest I had on there. Probably could have used a little more, but not too bad. I really did focus on the transom because don't mind this was all, it was all looked like just ugly metal, so that'll get covered. Again, this is epoxy. This is a primer, so they do have some spray paint for that, or I'll just anti-foul it. So I think it'll be fine with the anti-fouling. If you don't think so, you probably don't. But worst case, it just comes out of the water and I get the actual paint for it. But yeah, around these rings, especially anywhere where there's a through hole, I did try to extra on the inside, on the back side of the transom, at this little eyelet. There is just the slightest bit of a seepage. It looks like seepage. So I tightened these, all the nuts down, and then I just slobbered them 3 or 4 times with this epoxy paint. So yeah, and then I just slapped a whole bunch on the transom. Obviously, if I gotta replace those trim tabs, those little trim motors, it's gonna be a thing because I covered the screws. But you protect it now, maybe it'll be fine more. And then again, just along the side here. So yeah, this will be dry by morning, and then we can. I mean, it's pretty dry now. It cures pretty quick. It's probably 75 degrees out today. So it says at 90 it cures in 5 hours, and I think it's 10 hours for 70 degrees. So it's not going to get much lower than in the 60s tonight, and it's supposed to stay dry. So this should be fine. I think even if we got a little bit of rain, I think it'll be good. because it's almost dry. Like I said, it's almost dry already. Yeah, so that's it, guys. We still have to do bottom paint. Don't know if I'll do bottom paint this, but yeah, that's how I took care of those little hairline cracks below the water line. So there are some cracks above the water line, but I don't know if I care about those or if I'll find something else to do with those, because there's a little bit of a discoloration and I have to paint and do some other things. So a little more work doing it above the water line where you see the paint. So yeah, that's it. That's how you cover those angel hairline, tiny spider cracks. So here is finished. I think this is the best video so far I have of the, not into another project, the best video of what the bottom paint turned out. So it turned out pretty good. Obviously some rain and some water and washing and things have put some streaks again on it, but it looks good so far. Got to get the goo going and clean some of the rest of that stuff off of the lettering, clean off these letters, peel the tape off for fixing the rub rail. But yeah, that's it. That's what the bottom paint looks like. So on to the next project.